Hi, I'm Ashley from Divorce Lawyers for Men. Today I'm going to walk you through some of the documents you'll need to fill out in a divorce or custody case in Washington State. Let's get started. Getting into the financial aspect of the case, another document that is filed within a divorce is a financial declaration. So you will file one and your spouse will likely file one later on as well once they are served with the initial documents. Section 1 asks for your personal information, your name, highest year of education, your job or profession, date you were hired, or the date that you last worked. Summary of your financial information. So this is an overview and breakdown of the details that will follow. So you can almost wait to fill this out until you have all of the other sections completed, because it will ask you for your total monthly net income, all of your expenses, which again will be listed below, any payments for other debts, and then your monthly expenses combined with your payments here. Gross monthly income of other party. This is where we tend to run into issues. So basically, there are various different calculation methods that can be used to reference the other party's income, and then it is on them to provide their accurate documentation, pay stubs, their own financial declaration, so the court can make an actual ruling on what their income should be and how it should be calculated. For more information on those calculation methods and what would be the best option for you, always a good idea, as usual, to speak with an attorney before making any final decisions. So Section 3 and the second page of the document is your income and deductions. So all of this information can be found on your pay stub, and you can fill in the blanks here. Again, don't worry about the other party's column if you don't have that information for now. Just focus on your column. Net monthly income, again, this can be found on your pay stub or other document. This may not apply to you. Section 4, any other income that you receive. So if you're receiving child support from other relationships or anything else from maybe, say, a side business, you can list that here. And let's say for Section B, you and your spouse have already separated and you're living with someone else. This section does ask for any other adults living in the home that you currently are residing in. So kind of a breakdown of their income here. If any income is disputed, you can put that in Section 5. So this specifically references the other party's statements about anyone's income that they've listed. If you are doing the initial filing, you likely have not received anything from the other party. So Section 5 usually is just left blank. Section 6 talks about any available assets, so cash on hand, cash in your bank accounts, any other liquid assets that you have available go in Section 6. Section 7. So it does outline that this section is for monthly expenses after separation. If you are still residing together, you're just going to list what your expenses are as of right now, and then later on down the line, once you do separate, if you need to file an amended version, which likely will happen, you can do that at a later date. So Section 7 is really the main focus of this document. It's going to ask you for your recurring monthly bills, basically. Section A, anything to do with housing, whether that's a rent or mortgage payment, property tax, insurance, etc., that is all plugged in to this section. B, utility expenses, electricity, water, phone, cable, anything else can be listed here as well. For Section C, food and household expenses, you don't have to get down to the penny here, but just a rough estimate. Maybe look back at your bank statements and see generally on average how much are you spending on groceries, household supplies, meals eaten out. The other thing that you can check, say if you have a credit card, those apps are really helpful with breaking down where you're spending your money in categories, so that may assist you with this portion as well. Section D will cover any childcare expenses, clothing and diapers, tuition, lessons, anything pertaining to the kids. Healthcare expenses, whether that's an insurance premium, uncovered medical expenses, all of that goes in Section E. Section F, transportation. If you have a car payment, your insurance, rough estimate again on how much you're spending on gas and any auto maintenance that you have, and if you are required to pay a parking toll each month, that can go here. Section G, your personal expenses, clothing, hair care, recreation, any other expenses that apply to you in this section. And then if you're paying a premium for life insurance, that would go here in Section H under other expenses, along with anything else that you're paying on a recurring monthly basis. And totals for all of those sections, A through H, are listed here. Section I, all total expenses, will be plugged into this box here. Section 8, debts that are included in the monthly expenses listed above. So that could be your mortgage or a car loan. You'll outline what that expense is, the name of the creditor, how much you owe, and when your last payment was made. For debts not included in Section 7, like credit card debts, those are listed here in Section 9, and it's the same format and breakdown that we see above in Section 8. If additional explanation is warranted or you wanted to provide more information on any of the information above, Section 10 is where you can do that. In Section 11, if you are represented, obviously you'll be plugging in your attorney fees here. So the amount you paid, say for a retainer deposit, would go in this first box. The amount you're still owing, typically it's unknown, especially with family law. We really can't gauge, one, how long the case will go on for, and because of that, we cannot gauge what that total cost will look like. And then describe your agreement with your lawyer. Typically, we will plug in here the agreement that's reflected in the contract. So for example, what the attorney's hourly rate is. And then at the bottom, same as all the other documents, same format for the signature. You'll sign, print your name, date, and list the city and state where you signed. And here, the last kind of bit of information for you. Financial records are required, so you must provide financial records as required by statute when filing your financial declaration as well. So you want to file any pay stubs, typically the last 6 months. If you have 12, that's even better. Personal income tax returns, we like to see about 2 years to file those as well. And any other financial records like W-2s are helpful to have. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. For more information, visit our website at divorcelawyersformen.com.